Good morning and welcome to day 3 of the CrossFit Dakota Games. My name is Marissa Willits and I will be taking you through the events today. We are getting ready to start the first event of day 3. We have the teens out there on the floor, so you see men and women on the floor. This is teen individual competitors ages 14 to 17, and they are doing the workout 4-star. All right, and they are off, and they are doing the workout 4-star, which for these teens is 21 pull-ups, 15 chest-to-bar pull-ups, and 9 muscle-ups. They'll have 4 minutes to complete that work. Then they'll have a 1-minute transition. And then after that, they will have 6 minutes to find a 1-rep max clean, any style, and then they'll have to do a 12 wall ball shot buy-in before every attempt. This will make a little bit more sense once you see on screen what's going on. But that is the workout. So in order to break this down for those of you watching from home, if you're not familiar with CrossFit or not as familiar, this is a ton of time on the pull-up bar. So you will basically be taking yourself to fatigue on the bar or going as long as you can trying to avoid that. But this is super, super duper taxing, and it's a very difficult task especially for females. Generally, we do not have as much upper body strength as males. Notice I said generally. This is not fact or the case all the time, but this is an extremely difficult portion of the workout. So I think that there will be a lot of competitors across all divisions who will really struggle with this portion of it, which is why the time cap is limited to 4 minutes. On the other side of the spectrum, there will be some athletes who move right through it. If we can go to lane 12, you'll see that, let me get my little marker here. Tyler Wark is having no trouble. Lane 14 has Malachi Allen. They are both working on their bar muscle up. So they are already on to the bar muscle up portion of the 21. So that's really good. I think a lot of people, and that is Tyler Wark already across the line at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. That is incredible. So he must have been on the 9s then. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So sorry. It's 21:59 of each movement. Malachi is across the line, lane 14, and he is from CrossFit Volkswagen in Williston. And here comes lane 13, which is Jesse Drew. And we've got most of the female competitors still working. And then lane number 10 is Will Hermanson from Big Muddy, and he's just struggling to get the turnover on that on the last set of our muscle-ups. On your screen there, that is lane number 3, and that is Katie Whitty from CrossFit Rails. Next to her in the pink is Edith Chamberlain from CrossFit Grow. And that's time. So now they will have a 1-minute transition. So now the athletes are working on finding their 1 rep max clean. So, but the buy-in portion of this is that they have to do 12 wall ball shots before every attempt. So what a buy-in means is that they have to go do 12 wall balls and then they'll head back to your bar. So you'll see a couple athletes coming back to their bar and then they're going to take an attempt. So in order to do the lift, they have to do the wall balls, which just makes what you're attempting to do with a barbell that much more difficult. Your legs are going to be really tired. You're going to already be winded and you only have 6 minutes. And let's see here. The weight of the wall balls that they're using is 14 pounds for females and 20 pounds for males. And on your screen there, that is lane number 4, Chelsea Wiseman, taking an attempt. And that is 145 pounds. Alrighty. We are at the 9-minute mark, which means they have 2 minutes left in order to find their 1 rep max clean. Any style simply means that they can do a squat clean or they can do a power clean. Can we go wide shot from the front to show everyone these attempts? They're way better from the front, please. Thank you. And so you're going to start to see some squat cleans more than you'll see power cleans, because usually athletes can squat clean a little bit more than they can power clean. And this heat is giving me a unique challenge in that I have males and females in the same heat. So then I have to do 2 different kinds of math, because the green bars weigh 35 pounds and the black bars weigh 45 pounds. So if you look in your screen left-hand side, lane 4, that is Chelsea Wiseman. And she looks to be going for, oh, psyched herself out, so she's going to back up and walk back up to it. That might be 160 if she's got both change plates on, which it kind of looks like she does. And so tried to power clean it, could not get it underneath. And her legs are probably smoked from the rest of the competition and also from all those wall balls. On your screen now, trying to save that lift was lane 14, who is Malachi Allen. Super close. There in the back, yellow shoes, that's lane 9. That was Mackenzie Allen from CrossFit Volkswagen trying to sneak in the last minute lift. And that is time, so these athletes are done.
Are they just setting their weights and they're going to walk
All right, the athletes are off. We switched divisions here. Had a little floor change. We are now on heat number 2, which is females masters ages 55 plus. So they have the same workout. They're doing 21 pull-ups, 15 chest to bars, 9 bar muscle-ups. And this might be a limiter for some of the women in this division. They might not make it very far, depending upon what their strengths are. In lane number 3, there is Brenda Krogstad from Cheyenne River CrossFit in West Fargo. And some of the women in this division are really proficient in these movements, and some are fairly new to CrossFit and just really haven't developed it. CrossFit's still technically a new sport. If we pan wide, you'll be able to see, or go wide, you'll be able to see that there are some women who are able to work through the pull-ups pretty well. Down in the orange shirt in lane 11, I believe she is working on her chest to bar pull-ups already, and that I believe is lane 12. So Michelle Malsum in the orange. Right to the left of her, also working on chest to bars, it appears, is lane 11, Lindsay Ingram from CrossFit Corden. And then to the right of the orange in lane 12 is Michelle Malsum. My lane numbers are all different than they were yesterday because we got ropes up for this afternoon, so it's a little harder for me to see. My routine is off. And you'll also, one of the things to note is the women on the left side of the screen are in that 55 plus division. The women in the middle of the screen are ages 50 to 54, and the women on the right are ages 45 to 49. So we have 3 different divisions in here. So there will be, they all have the same standard, the same workout. It's 21 pull-ups, 15 chest bar pull-ups, and 9 bar muscle-ups. But that would explain the differences. So they have 4 minutes to do this, and we are at 3:05 on the clock right now. And there might be some women on the bottom or on the left-hand side of your screen. That's lane number 4. That's Wendy Loomis, and she might just be deciding to save her energy. A lot of times, masters athletes will do what they can with what they have where they're at, and there's no sense risking a bicep tear or something like that. So it looks like Wendy Loomis is just going to let the clock run out and save her energy for some other events. We have in lane 7 in the age 50 to 54 division, Mary Gergen is hopping across the finish line, and she'll make it in under the time cap. Lane 7, Mary Gergen is the only one to get across the finish line and under the time cap for that first portion. Now we'll have a 1-minute transition, and then we'll move on to the second portion where these women will find a 1 rep max clean. All right, now these women are going to start to establish their 1 rep max clean. Looks like we had medical on the floor there. Maybe someone had a rip on their hand. Sometimes that happens on the rig. People will get calluses that rip open, and if it's bad enough, they'll bleed. So we've got a highly qualified team of medical professionals on standby for just such an occasion. Hopefully that is the last pull-up bar work that they'll have to do, but also it makes grabbing the barbell difficult as well. So you'll see, can we go wide so we can see some of these clean attempts? This is the thing that CrossFitters generally want to see, is the weightlifting portion. This is where CrossFitters tend to show their prowess, I think. It's either here or on the other side of this workout, which is the high rep gymnastics. So in the blue leggings there right in the middle of your screen, that is lane number 8. And that is Christy Childers in the 50 to 54 division. And she just had what appears to be an 85 pound clean. All right, that's Brenda Krogstad for lane 3 from Cheyenne River with a good lift, and that looks to be 85 pounds. And then they have to do these wall balls. They have to do 12 wall balls with a 14-pound ball to a 9-foot line before they can take their attempt, which just makes taking a 1 rep max clean so much harder because you have to drive through the heels and use your legs to open your hips. So if they're tired, then you can't get as violent of hip extension, and it just makes things 10 times more difficult. So there in the rose-colored shirt, that is lane number 9. And that is Tiffany Arndt from CrossFit Ground Up. And it looks like she might be fighting an injury. She's got something taped to her ankle there. In the orange on the left-hand side, that is lane 11. That's Lindsay Ingram from CrossFit Corden. In the blue tank there in lane 12, just missed a lift, got a no rep. So she's headed back to the wall balls. Lane 8, Chrissy Childers just had another good lift. And there in lane 4, that'll count. So that is Wendy Loomis. Saved her energy on the pull-up bar. Looks like we're going to have some big weights going up on the right-hand side of the screen. If we could pan out just a little bit wider. There in lane 6 in the green tank is Jackie Burkhart of Glacial Lakes CrossFit, and she's going for 125. That might be 135 if she's got the 5s on there. Can't quite turn it over. Can we pan out, please, and get the full floor? We got these women on the right are doing some big lifts, so I want to make sure that we get those in there. Thank you. So, approaching the bar in lane 5 is Patrice Polta from Timberwolf CrossFit in Minneapolis. I want lane 11 to come back to her bar. She is the one in the orange, and that is Lindsay Ingram from CrossFit Corden. But here comes lane number 10 in the blue shirt, and she's got 145 on the bar. And there in lane 7, just taking an attempt and having a good lift, is Mary Gergen from CrossFit Kingfield. All right, in the blue shirt in lane 5, we have Patrice Polta, no rep. Okay, here in the orange in lane 11, she's got 165 on the bar. So in the orange shirt in lane 11, hopefully, there we go. This looks like a big lift. So she is Lindsay Ingram, and she's going to have, we'll see if she tries to power it or if she can squat it. Right there in front of her was, and Lindsay's got it. That's 165. Right next to her was lane 10, Renee Vermette from CrossFit Undefeated with a valiant attempt there, but will not count. And that is time. So now they are going to do a quick floor change. And we will get ready for our next heat, which is the females ages 40 to 44 division. Would we be able to hear from one of our sponsors quickly? I'm not sure if that rolled already or not. Thank you. And here is the workout that they are doing. So you'll notice it's pretty much the same thing, 21 pull-ups, 15 chest bars, 9 bar muscle-ups. So the thing that is different here is the wall ball shots are heavier. So there's 30 pounds for the males, and then these women are going to be shooting 20-pound balls up to the 9-foot line before each attempt, and then they will have 8 minutes total. And then here are our lane assignments for 4-star for the Masters 40 to 44 female division. Kellyanne, Melissa Haberstrom, Michelle B., Crystal Park, and Kimberly Sounder from Hillsborough. They're in lane 8, which is the coveted leader position. Tracy Precious, Sonia Chamberlain, Holly York, and Celeste Weigel. So ladies who are leading their heat or their division will be placed towards the center of the floor. Those who are trailing behind will be in the outer lanes. All right, and there is Kimberly in the maroon pants and sports bra, and they are going to go to work on these pull-ups. So you'll see Kimberly is doing a butterfly style pull-up, which is just a way to move through the movements faster. And then just to the left of her in lane number 7 is Krista Parkin from Detour Athletics, and she's doing the traditional kip style. Same to the right of Kimberly is Tracy Precious from HSC. Here's lanes 5, 6, and 7, which is Melissa Haberstrom, Michelle B., and Crystal Parkin. And then there's Kimberly on the right, still working through those pull-ups. This is one of those workouts where just because you can doesn't mean you should. Meaning that just because you can do 21 pull-ups in a row doesn't mean you should do 21 pull-ups in a row. You want to make sure that you're hopping down off the bar, rest your grip, rest your lungs, make sure you have some energy for the rest of the workout. pretty much everyone. Oh, it looks like lanes 8 and 9. So I believe that's Kimberly and then Tracy Precious are working on chest to bars now. So they're on 15 chest to bars. And then lane number 7 is on her chest to bars too. That's Krista Parkin. And there in the blue shirt in lane 11, that is Holly York from Glacial Lakes CrossFit in South Dakota. To the right of her, chalking her hands there, that is Celeste Weigel. And then to the left in the, I believe that's a gray tank, is Sonia Chamberlain from CrossFit Grow. And then there in the orange, is that orange? That's an old Dakota Games shirt from a previous year. That's Tracy Precious. Difficult to keep track of these girls because, and Kimberly just had a tough fall off the bar. Sonia Precious, Tracy Precious, this might be her opportunity to kind of jump ahead of Kimberly in this heat. And there is a real unique break. That's lane 4. She's resting at the top. She's working on her bar muscle ups. So is lane 6. So that's Michelle B in lane 6. And lane 4 is Kelly Entz from Thrive Fitness. Resting at the top so she can go right back into that kip and hop up over the bar. Can we pan out a little bit wider? I think we might have some of these women sprint to the finish, so I'd like to be able to see them cross the line there. Awesome, thank you. Kimberly's having a tough time turning over. She got a funny, here comes lane number 4 down the finish line. That's Kelly Entz from Thrive Fitness. She'll be our first competitor in this heat to cross the finish line. There's Kimberly in lane 8 at the top of her bar muscle up, trying to work through those. And Tracy Precious in lane 9 is just having a little bit of trouble. Has probably reached fatigue, having a hard time moving through the next couple of reps, and they only have about 20 seconds left to finish them. There's Precious up over the bar. If the judges have their hands up, that shows how many reps are left. So in lane number 6, she's got 2 reps left. Lane number 7, she's got 2 reps left. And they weren't able to make them through them. Those bar muscle ups take a lot of time. All right, now the women are working on establishing a 1-rep max clean, and they have 6 minutes to do this. So prior to each attempt, and then let's go semi-wide on this so that we can see all of the weightlifting attempts. Yep, so here's lane number 5 taking 125, and then also in lane 10, we have Sonia Chamberlain. She's got 145 on the bar for a good lift. And then over here in the pink in lane 4, that is our only finisher from the first portion, Kelly Entz, with a big opening attempt. 145 on the bar. That's 145. but she didn't quite get it. So we'll see. It looks like she's just going to go ahead and add weight. Oh, no. She took her 10s off and she's putting 5s on. So she's going to go down in weight. Here's Kimberly from Hillsboro. She's going to take an attempt. Look like she's at 145. She's going to go ahead and throw some change plates up there to get ready. She'll probably change out her bar after she, assumably, makes this lift. And then that's a good lift. The thing that is, your legs are smoked from those wall balls, and so most people, I think, would put a starting weight on that would be kind of like a confidence builder weight, something that you could make confidently on a day when you're sick, something like that, just to make sure that you get a score. But you might see some of these women struggle with their confidence builder weight because they're tired from their pull-ups, and also they just got done doing 12 wall balls. And this is their, oh my goodness, that was an interesting lift. That was lane number 11, and that was Holly York. And you can tell that these girls' legs are just gone. This is lane number 4, and that is Kelly Inns, who dropped down in weight, so she went to 135 instead of 145. Got that lift. Now she's going to add 2.5 to go to 150 or 140. Yep, so she'll get 140, and then she'll go back to 2 wall balls and try again. And they have 3 more minutes. Here comes Kimberly Salander back down the line. She's got 155 on the bar now. In the purple, right there in the center of your screen. And she's going to squat it and try and get out of the bottom, and she's got no legs left. And then the unfortunate thing is she's got to go back, do more wall balls before she can try again. And there's Tracy Precious looking for some change plates for her barbell. So she's got either 135 or 140 on the bar, and she's looks like a little bit smaller athlete, probably a pretty good gymnast. And then probably if she's doing 145, that's going to be pretty strong for her size. There in the gray tank top, practicing her lift before she does it, is lane number 10. That is Sonia Chamberlain from CrossFit Grow. There's Precious with a nice squat clean. Can she stand it up? She does. Beautiful. Over here on the left in lane 4 was the only person who finished the first portion, and she's got her lift. She's at 140. So she's just 5 pounds under what she started with and failed at. And then there in the blue in the upper right-hand corner of your screen was lane number 11, and that is Holly York. There in your screen, that was Sonia Chamberlain, I believe, in lane number 10 with 165. And there, just having a nice good lift, was Michelle B. from CrossFit St. Croix. They've got 45 seconds. In lane number 7 with an awesome lift, who is super stoked about that. That is Crystal Parkin from Detour, and it looks like she got 165. She is stoked. They've got 20 seconds. She's done. She doesn't need to put any more weight on the bar. She doesn't need to do any more wall balls. She doesn't want to try again. And it looks like lane 5 is still working on her wall balls. And if that was me, I would just stop, because I'm not going to get my lift in, so I wouldn't do any more wall balls than I had to. Lane 5 couldn't quite get the lift completed in time. All right, we are going to have a little floor change. And then we will get started with our next heat, which is female masters age 35 to 39, which will be a really exciting heat and really fun to watch them lift.
Give your body the fuel it needs without the crash. 150 milligrams of clean caffeine from green tea, fully loaded with hydration essentials like potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, and electrolytes. All natural, no bullshit. Killcliff, fueling the American dream. Available in 3 killer flavors. Official partner of the Navy SEAL Foundation. Buy now at killcliff.com.
All right, here are lane assignments for the fourth heat of this event. Female masters age 35 to 39. Individual competitors in, let me get my little sheet marker here. Lane number 5, Kelly Campbell. Lane number 6, Barb Smith from CrossFit Ground Up. Lane 7, Allison Mulder, CrossFit Attila. 8 is Jennifer Freeman from CrossFit Tundra. So that is going to be your leader. Based on yesterday's events, Jennifer Freeman is in lane number 8 from CrossFit Tundra. 9 is Alicia Fry. 10 is Nicole Terrell. Carly Crevier from CrossFit Brookings is in lane 11. And that is who we have competing in this heat, and we will see what these women can do. All right. Here are the 35 to 39 competitors doing the same work. They have 4 minutes to do 21 pull-ups, 15 chest to bar pull-ups, and 9 bar muscle-ups. All right, so there on your screen in the red shirt is lane number 5, Kelly Campbell from Highlight CrossFit. There in the bandana is lane number 11, and that's Kelly Crevier from CrossFit Brookings. Crevier, I'm not sure how to say that. Let me just check my bag. I'm just checking in with our live stream viewers, and Andrew was talking about the team competitors. We are literally doing the best that we can, trying to get the full floor and also getting close-ups of people and things like that. So we're doing the best we can. The people doing the commentary don't have control of the cameras, and so we're just doing the best we can as a team. So please be patient with us. All right, there in the black, working through her chest to bar pull-ups is lane number 9. That's Alicia Fry. And then onto the bar muscle-ups is lane number 7, Allison Mulder. And I believe lane number 10, which is Nicole Terrell from CrossFit Ground Up. There's lane number 6 onto the bar muscle-ups, Barb Smith. So there's only 9 reps of the bar muscle-up movement, which, and then lane number 9 took that's Alicia Fry, swung over. And then we've got Mulder coming across the finish line at 3 minutes. She's tired. And I believe there's probably going to be some more coming quick. Like I said, there's only 9 reps of this movement. But lots of them are having a hard time turning over at the top of that bar. Alicia Fry in lane 9 has more than 5 reps. Right next to her in lane 10 is Nicole Terrell. She's got 2 reps left. You can tell how many they have left if the judge has their hand up. You will tell that they have 1 or 2 left. Lane number 11 is going to come in, and that's Terrell. Nicole Terrell from CrossFit Ground Up. There in the black, working through in lane number 9 is Alicia Fry. Lane number 6 is up over the bar. She's got 4 reps left. That's Barb Smith from CrossFit Ground Up. And that is time for the first portion. So now they have a 1-minute transition, and they will move on to the second portion of this workout, which is establishing a 1-rep max clean, any style, which simply means that they can do a power clean or a squat clean. And here's our replay of Mulder coming across the finish line at 2:59. So the women are loading up their barbells, and then when they're ready to take their attempts, they are going to go back to their wall ball targets. And they'll have 12 wall balls with a 20-pound ball, which is considered a heavy ball, not what they would use in a normal workout. All right, the clock has started, so they have until the 11-minute mark to work through these attempts. All right, we've got our first couple of ladies back to the bar. So there we go, perfect. In the lane number 11 with the bandana, that is Carrie Creever. Taking her attempt, she had 125 on the bar. There in the gray tank right in the front is 145, and that is lane 8. That's Jennifer Freeman. That's a good lift. Right next to her is another 145 in lane 7. She's got Allison. That's Allison Mulder. She's got Allison Mulder. And then in lane 5. And we just saw lane 6 put up some big weight. I think those are 25s on there. And there is Mulder with a good lift. Sorry. Yeah, Allison Mulder. So she had, I am blinking because I think that's 175, and I believe that is what lane number 6 just did too, which is Barb Smith. There in the red, that's 155 on the bar. And that is lane 5. Kelly Campbell from Highlight CrossFit. Alicia Fry in lane 9 just hit 160. And there is 145 in lane 11, which is Kelly Crevier from Brookings. I'm just going to call her Kelly. There is 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. I like this view right here that we're on because you can see all of the women lifting. So right there in lane 8, that was Jennifer Freeman with 165 on the bar. 160. She went from 155, now she's going 165. To the left of her, no lift. That is lane number 6, Barb Smith. I think she had 190 on the bar. These are some unreal numbers that these women are working with. So right there on your screen, that's lane 7. Jennifer Freeman. Nope, sorry. They're both wearing gray tank tops. I'm getting them confused. Lane 7 is Allison Mulder from CrossFit. That's a good lift. And that is 200 pounds. Holy smokes. There's Alicia Fry on your screen. It looks like she's got 175 or 185 on the bar. It's hard for me to visualize or to see what the change plates are. We've got change plates that are 5 pounds and change plates that are 2.5. And she can't quite stand it up. Their legs are so tired from doing all those wall balls. There's lane 8 with a failed attempt. Couldn't quite get underneath it. Jennifer Freeman. Lane number 5 in a squat clean, and she stands it up. And that appears to be 165. So lane number 5, Kelly Campbell with 165 on the bar for a good lift. And lane number 7, Allison Mulder with 45 seconds left on the clock. Can we pan out to a wide shot and see if we're going to see any last minute attempts from these women? I believe has 215 pounds on the bar. From the front, we've got 30 seconds left. Allison Mulder is there in lane 7. Next to her in lane 8 is Jennifer Freeman from CrossFit Tundra. That is the 215-pound squat clean going up. Good Lord. There's Alicia Fry in the bottom of her squat, standing up. Thank God she didn't do all those wall balls for nothing. And then in lane 6 with a good lift. Holy smokes. Some last minute lifts going up. So lane 6, just to recap here, was Barb Smith from Ground Up. And she has 165. Looks like 165 on. Lane 7 was Allison Mulder with a massive 215-pound. There it is on your screen. Clean. And next to her was Jennifer Freeman with, I believe, 165. So amazing, amazing numbers coming up after what their legs have gone through. But in the break, we're going to get set up for another heat. Let's do a word from our sponsors, please. This is one of our legendary locals, Legends Bar and Grill, and they are offering 10% off the entire purchase for any athletes or volunteers. So you just go to the Legends Bar and Grill and show them your athlete or volunteer badge, and then you get 10% off your entire order, or you can get 20% off the legendary menu items. So they have special menu items created specifically for the Dakota Games. So please go visit our friends at Legends over there in Moorhead, and make sure you mention that you are there with the Dakota Games. Looks like we've got medical on the floor there in lane 9. Must have had a little issue. All right, we are moving on to male competitors. This is ages 50 to 54 and 55 plus. You'll see the workout standards listed there on your screen. It is 21:15.9, the first portion. They'll have 4 minutes to do that. And it goes pull-ups, chest to bars, and then 9-bar muscle-ups. They have a 4-minute time cap to do that, and then there's a 1-minute transition, and then there's 3 rounds for times of 5 cleans at 245 pounds, and then 35 wall-ball shots. So a little bit different style than what we had the women doing. They have a 3 rounds for time versus finding a 1-rep max. You can ignore that 8-minute time cap at the bottom. I believe that is a graphic error on my part. So here they are. Can we pop up lane assignments for people? I don't know if we got that far while they're working through these. Let's just stay wide and then go lane assignments. There they are. So those of you watching at home, you can pick out who your favorite people are, who you want to take a peek at, and know which lane they're in. I'll try and call it out as much as I can. All right, let's go back, please. Thank you. There's John Danziel in lane 2 in the American flag shorts, working through his pull-ups. To the left of him is Mike Palmer from CrossFit Dakota. And that is lane number 12. Michael Patrizio. He's got five left, I think, is what it looks like his stretch was just telling him. And he's onto his chest to bar now. Right next to him in the red shoes is John O'Brien from Fit House. And on the far end in lane 14, I believe that's Joe Larson. There's all of them. Some are working on chest to bars. Right down the center in lane 8, that is Jeff Porter. He is from Applecross CrossFit, and he was the one who was part of our quartet that sang the national anthem. There on your screen in the white shirt, black circle, is lane number 5, Brian Wilson from CrossFit Ubu. And right next to him is Andrew Kramer from CrossFit HSC in Hastings. Looks like lane number 4, Kevin Ward, is onto his bar muscle ups, as well as Brian Wilson. And I believe those are the only 2. Lane number 6 is Andrew Kramer. Right next to him is Jeff Dykstra from CrossFit Steinbeck, and that's up there in Canada. Some people still working on pull-ups, some people on their chest to bars, and some are trying to sneak through those bar muscle-ups. In lane 5, we've got 4 reps left. Now we've got 3 reps left. Lane 5 is Brian Wilson from CrossFit Ubu. Lane 13 and 14 are working on their bar muscle up. So John O'Brien and Joe Larson. And we've got 2 reps left in lane 5. Can we pan wide to see the sprint to finish? He's got 1 rep left, and then he's going to take a sprint down the chute. So as soon as he pops off this bar, he's going to run. So if we want to see that sprinter, here he goes. Perfect timing. Nice work. Kevin Ward, the crowd's starting to go wild. They have 20 seconds left to get through the rest of this work. Got 3:45 on the clock now. There is lane 3. Bruce Gorecki is working on his bar. Couldn't quite get over the bar on that one. 3 seconds left. Now they'll have a 1-minute transition before they start the second portion of this workout. Was I using the wrong mic? I couldn't have been using the wrong mic. All right. Looks like my workout graphic had the wrong workout on it, as these boys are taking attempts at 1 rep maxes. So they're doing a buy-in. And then they're taking some lifts too. So I'm going to have to do my math again. Jeff Porter couldn't quite stabilize those legs underneath him. You get 155 on the bar there on your screen. Oh, with the starfish clean is $175, $185 it looks like. And that was in lane 5. Brian Wilson from CrossFit Ubu. You can see some men working on their wall ball shots to get into that next attempt. And here is lane 10 loading up to take an attempt. Troy Heeb, Max Motivation CrossFit, and it's good. It's 155. He's going to change out the plates and add the weight before he goes back to do more wall balls. All right, lane 5 looks like he's going to take another attempt. Brian Wilson. And right in front of him in the gray competing competition shirt, that is bold, is lane 4, Kevin Ward. And he's got either 175 or 185 on the bar. I can't tell if that second set of plates is 15s or 10s. I think it's 175. Behind him, lane 5, Brian Wilson. There's Jeff Porter with a good lift, and he's got 155, maybe 160 on the bar. Right next to him, that's lane 9. John Deuce from Timberwolf CrossFit. 180, either 180 or 185 on the bar. I like this view, and then everyone can see. I like the wide shot, then everyone can see their friends take their attempts. And there in lane 6 in the blue shorts is Andrew Kramer from CrossFit HSC in Hastings, Minnesota. Setting up for a lift on the far right is lane 13, John O'Brien from Fit House. 175, he's got a squat, stand it up, and he does. Nice work. In the middle, lane 7, he got it. That was going to be questionable for a minute. Lane number 7, that was Jeff Dixa from CrossFit Steinbeck in Manitoba. And also setting up for a lift here in lane 10, Troy Heeb from Max Motivation. He's got 185, if those are 25s. And some massive weight on the bar in lane 14, hiding behind my monitor, Joe Larson. I think he has every 10 in his lane and the next lane on there. And he is signing his sheet. He says he's done. They have 3 seconds left. Jeff Porter got a lift in at the last minute. Let's, can we zoom in on lane 14's bar? I want to see how much weight is on that, because I'm a CrossFitter and it's important to me. $215, I think. I think he might have had the most on the bar for that heat. Also lane 2, John. I never actually saw John take a lift, but it looks like he has 205 on his bar. And while we're waiting for this floor change to happen, can we hear from a word from our sponsors? All right, I'm just checking in with my live stream here. Tracy is wondering, or no, sorry, Brian Hughes, when do the RX men teams go? The RX men's heats start. Oh, men teams. Dun, 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 dun. Like 100 hours from now. 14:21 military time, so what's that? 2:21 p.m. is the RX male teams. We've got 2 heats at 2:21 p.m. And then if you're talking about pro individual males doing this event, the pro males go at 10:07 a.m. So in about an hour is when the pro individual males will go. We have 2 heats of pros. And then RX teams go at 2:10. Thank you. Can we get lane assignments up real quick for those watching from home? If we have, I mean, if we did it already, then that's great. I was busy watching YouTube. Okay. This looks to be 55 plus masters on your left and 50 to 54 masters on your right. Looks like those lane assignments were already up, so thank you guys. Hopefully you were able to see who you want to watch, what lane they're in. Currently on your screen is lane number 12. And then, you probably want to know who that is. Mike Patrizio, Mainline CrossFit. There in the orange shorts, lane 4, that's easy to see. That is Kevin Ward from CrossFit Credence. Working through his pull-ups. The workout is 21:15.9. There's Todd Wakesome. He's a Fargo local. Works out at CrossFit Fargo. Comes to my noon wad every now and then. Moving through those chest bars pretty easily. And it looks like lane number 7 is already on the bar muscle-ups. That is Jeff Dykstra, age division 55 plus from CrossFit Steinbeck. They have an excellent showing at the Dakota Games this year. We are so glad that they came out. They are putting on a show. Lane number 8 there on the right is Jeff Porter from Applecross and just couldn't quite get over the bar. Which is, you're going to have to pull a lot harder than you normally do after all those pull-ups and chest bars. There in lane 13 on your right is John O'Brien from Fit House. Right there, right next to him on the left is Michael Patrizio. And stuck on the bar, there he goes, is Troy Andreessen from CrossFit Electus. Thank goodness he saved it. Hanging from the bar in the red shirt was Todd. There, moving into the bar muscle-ups is lane 3, Bruce. And it looks like lane number 7, Jeff Dykstra from CrossFit Steinbeck, snuck across the finish line there when I was checking my heat sheet. Fastest split I've seen in this workout so far. So can we pan out to a wide or semi-wide shot? Because I think we've got one finisher or one judge with their hand up in the lane 13. So John O'Brien is just about done. Lane 12. Michael Patrizio is just about done. Lane 8. Jeff Porter, good Lord, I'm looking at the wrong, I'm on the wrong names. You guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, Todd Wakesome. His name was right. He's across the finish line. And lane number 7, who is also across the finish line, is Terry Burkhart. So we've got 2 finishers, and the rest of them have 15 seconds. Can you go to that tab right there? All right. When do pro females go? Brittany, thank you for the question. Pro females for this event, it's pro males, begin at 10:45 a.m. Pro individual females, and then pro teams of 4 do the big chip right after that, which will be a really fun workout to watch too. So 10 pro females was the question. 10:45 a.m. with the pro teams of 4 big chip after that. John Johnson, greetings from Madison, Wisconsin. Thank you for tuning in. We're happy to have you with us. Greetings back to you from Fargo, North Dakota. All right, these athletes are transitioning to the second portion of this workout where they will be taking a attempt for a 1 rep max clean, any style, power or squat cleans, whatever they can manage, after their 12 wall ball buy-in, and I believe their wall ball is 30 pounds. So the clock has started. And these guys are working on their wall balls. Let me see if I can get you some of the right names now. Approaching his bar. Finishing, loading it up. We've got Todd in the red shirt coming out, and he's going to try for $175 to start there in the blue shirt. It's a 155, a nice safe lift. Lane number 7 is Terry Burkhardt, our first finisher from the first portion, has got 225 on to start. So he's no stranger to the barbell. Is that 225? That's 225. It's day 3. I gotta check my math. Can't get the right heat going. Struggling to find my stride. I think I need an energy drink or something. Okay, there's Todd Wakesome. 175 on the bar. And he can't quite get underneath it. And normally, if this was happening in like a regular CrossFit gym, that was so close. He was so close to that. He just needs to get underneath that a little bit more. If I was coaching him, I'd say just drop your butt a little bit more. But it's a competition. And in order to try again, he's got to do 12 more wall balls. Okay. Here is lane number 4 taking an attempt. Sean Voigt. And that's good. And it looks like he's got 205. I think that's 205, yep. Oh, slippery lift there. Lane number 3. Mario Hesse from Integration Fitness. Some taller athlete. They don't necessarily like to drop on super low. Went wide with his feet and his foot slipped off the mat. And he's wearing those Ole shoes, so he started to slide. And he's got 205 on the bar too, it looks like. Lane number 6 with the good lift is 185. That is athlete Monty Lund from CrossFit Vauxhall. Here's Todd Wakesome. And lane number 5 lining up for lifts, Kirk McCormick from Billings. On your screen now, 205. Got it. Todd Wakesome's made that lift that he just had to work so hard to try just one more time at. And lane number 7, 245 on the bar. Can we pan wide now that we have so many guys trying attempts from the front, please? They're in and out, in and out. I don't want anyone to miss anything. Lane number 12 with a squat clean attempt stuck at the bottom. Can he bounce out of there? Dang it. He cannot. No, that's not a good lift. Here in the center, lane number 8 is Dave Keinroth from CrossFit Sioux Falls with a massive lift, 265. Down there in lane number 13 is Chad Rooney from CrossFit Bayo with a good lift, and that looks to be 215. We got some weight going up down there in lane 3 in the left-hand side of your screen. That is Mario Hesse. Hopefully he can keep his feet on the mat this time, but it looks like he's got, let's see here, 225. Couldn't quite get that one up. And they're going to count that lift in lane 4. He worked so hard to get that up there. That's Sean Voigt with a lot of plates on the bar. 205, I believe. Could be 215 if he's got the 5s on there. Lane 9 keeps adding weight. Mark Olson, 265. And on your screen, can we pan wide, please? We're going to have some, we got 20 seconds left. Oh, lane 9 just barely caught it. 265 going up. Todd Wakesome gets big attempts. Oh, there he is, and he nailed it. 245 for lane number 7, Terry Burkhart, who was our first finisher in the first portion of this workout. And then big lift there for lane 9, Mark Olson. He got, are those, can you zoom in on lane 9's barbell? If anyone can hear me? I can't tell if those are 210s or if those are 25s. So that's 265. I can't tell if there's change plates on there, but okay, that was Mark Olson's lift. We talked about Terry Burkhart's, and then lane 5 was $225 was for lane 5. Kirk McCormick. So lots of big numbers there in the last 40 seconds or so. Here's a replay. 265, had to wiggle underneath it and shaking his head like he didn't like the way that felt, but he got it. It counts. So that's all that matters, right? We're going to take a quick break and listen or hear a word from one of our sponsors while we're switching the floors out. Alrighty, we've got males, individual males, masters ages 40 to 44. We've got some tight transitions. Our camera guys don't get much of a break. So I appreciate all the work they're doing, and they're not used to covering CrossFit events like this. So I've kind of been barking orders at them, and I just want to let them know that I appreciate all they're doing. Okay, on your screen now, in the bright yellow super tight leggings is Alan Lee from CrossFit 701. Working through their pull-ups. So they got 21 pull-ups, 15 chest to bars, and 9 bar muscle-ups. Right next to Alan in the tank top, Suns Out, Guns Out, is Jeff Bossy, who's going to work on his chest to bars, it looks like. He got through 21 pull-ups pretty quickly. Alan's taking a little break, catching his breath. And he decides he doesn't need the little boost. There's Danny Wilson in the fun shorts, and to the left of him is lane number 9, Eric Chapman from CrossFit HSC. Another group of individuals. To the right of him is Dirk Thiedemann, who is a Fargo police officer. And my favorite story from the Dakota Games involves him, and I'm pretty sure it was last year. He got his first bar muscle up in competition, and then he went on to do several more. So Dirk is definitely a weightlifting guy. He is he doesn't have as much fun with gymnastics as he does with weightlifting. So I think he's probably just trying to do, and holy moly, we got lane 6 across the finish line already. Lawrence Jacobs from CrossFit Park Ridge. That took hardly any time at all. That was a minute 45 or less. But like I was saying about Dirk, he is going to try and show off in the weightlifting portion of this workout, not so much the chest to bars. On your screen, that's lane 8. He's going to be your heat leader, Art Hamilton from CrossFit Almighty. Meaning based on yesterday's events, he is ranked highest. There's Dirk, and then right next to Dirk in lane 12 is AJ York from Glacial Lakes CrossFit. And to the right of him is Brian B. from CrossFit St. Croix. And it looks like we might have had another competitor sneak across the line, and that would be lane 8, Art Hamilton. So it looks like lane 5 has got a few reps left. Isaac Lee from Ruthless in Pursuit. And Alan Lee in the green tights is working on his bar muscle ups. Jeff Bossy is taking a break, shaking his arms out. Lane 7's working through bar muscle ups. Danny Wilson's trying to get over the bar. And lane number 2's judge's hand is up. Jonathan Conklin, there we go. Here comes lane number 5 down the chute. Isaac Lee is done. Lane number 13's judge's hand is out. Looks like he's got 2 bar muscle ups left. We got lane number 7's judge hand is up. And Lee just got a no rep. Jeff Bossy's got 4 reps left. And now him and Allen are just stepping out to take a little break. And Conklin is across the finish line. We have 5 seconds left. There's Allen over the bar. And also on the right-hand side of your screen, that was lane 12, AJ York trying to get over the bar, but just not quite. So now they'll have a 1-minute transition where they can load their bar. Allen's going to walk down and grab their weight belt. So they're going to load their bar with their first weight, or at least part of their first weight, and then they'll have to go back and do some wall balls before they can take their attempt. So here's our replay. This is the sprint to the finish for our competitor in lane number 6, who is Lawrence Jacobs, who was the first individual male competitor in 40 to 44 to cross the finish line. You know, lightning fast speed. Cameraman could hardly keep up with him. So they already are down to 3 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, go. And they're going to head to their wall balls. Some of the guys are going to choose to just take their time, catch their breath, and finish loading their bar. Looks like we got some. I might have to get my calculator out to do this math. I know I've lifted with Alan. I've lifted with Jeff. They can put up some big weight. I know Dirk Dirk's on Instagram. I see him lifting a lot. He does a lot of strongman stuff. All right, on to the loading his bar right there in the left-hand side is lane number 7, Eric Myron from Ring the Bell Fitness. He's got 225 on. There's chalk in his hands. That is lane 8. Art Hamilton, CrossFit Almighty. Can we pan a little bit wider or go wider? So we can there's going to be a lot of people taking attempts, and these guys are going to move pretty quick. So in lane 8, there he is. That's 265. Good lift. Lane number 2 has got 225 up. Jeff Bossy with his first attempt with a big 275 on the bar. Jeff Bossy, lane 4. And then right next to him with the tape on his back, lane 5. Isaac Lee, Ruthless in Pursuit's got 225 down. There's AJ York on the far right. You can see him in a squat clean standing up. He's got 225. Danny Wilson stood up 185. Alan Lee taking his attempt. He's got safe 225 on the bar. And then Isaac Jacobs is back to the bar, and he's got 265 on. And Dirk Thiedemann took his first lift, 245. There's Alan Lee loading his bar. He's going to go 245 for his second attempt. Lane number 7 taking his, Eric Myron from Ring the Bell Fitness. Really just having a conversation with himself before he goes for his next attempt. I cannot tell if those are 10s or 25s. While we have the time, can we zoom in on lane 7? There he is, and those are 25. So he's got 295 on the bar. Green shoes, that's him right there, lane number 7. And he's taking his sweet time because he wants to recover 100% before he takes this lift. He doesn't want to waste this attempt. Also loading up is right next to him in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, Art Hamilton. And there is Isaac Jacobs Lawrence Jacobs headed back to his wall ball target. Lane number 7 with the massive 295 for Eric Myron. And then Art Hamilton hits his lift too. $265 for Art Hamilton. Here's Dirk, lane number 11. Officer Thiedemann going for 245. And he's got it. Dirk, his elbows are way down. He's got just a little bit of missing mobility in that front rack, which makes the swing under, or when you swing your elbows through on the clean, a little bit more difficult. Jeff Bossy just had a big lift. What's that? $305? Is that right? And there's a big lift in lane 9. I am going to have trouble with the pros, but I think they have a different workout because we wouldn't have enough plates for him, honestly, is why we switched it. So lane number 9, Eric Chapman, he's got 265 on for sure. And there's Jacobs back to his bar. 275. He had 280 on, and it looks like he's going to go 295. There's Myron grabbing some probably aminos or something like that. Here's lane number 5 setting up for a big lift. This is Isaac Lee. 245. Oh, and he's all the way in the squat, but he gets out of there. Good for him. Here's Jacobs taking his attempt from 280 to 295. He's got 15 more pounds on the bar. He's in the squat. Can't save it. There's 8. Many attempts, many attempts. Jeff Bossy had a big attempt. That was Bossy with a 315 attempt, but it was not good. So we're going to have a floor change. And the next heat is Masters Men 35 to 39. I need someone up here just to do math for me. While we are switching things out, can we hear from one of our sponsors, please? Yeah. Welcome back. We are now in our Masters 35 to 39 age division, Masters Men. And here are your lane assignments. So if you are watching from home, can I check in with the people on YouTube really quick here? Just want to see. Danny Wilson. Danny Wilson did really good. Yeah. Greetings from Salt Lake. I'll do math for you. Thanks for providing commentary. Chase, you are welcome. I do the best I can with, sometimes I can't see the view on the floor. I can't tell if there's 5s on the end of the bar or 2.5s. And then also it's just, sometimes the lighting makes the plates blend together and I can't tell if it's 25s or 210s. So I did the best I can. The leader should be updated if you go to dakotagames.com. There is a leaderboard section so you can see what people enter for their scores. The second portion of that workout would be scored with the total weight. So we are getting ready for the 35 to 39 to start. And this is going to be a fun, exciting, fast-paced heat. So here they go. And then they've got 21:15.9 pull-ups, chest to bars, and bar muscle-ups. You've got McWilliams in lane 8. He's your leader to watch. And then outside of him are the rest of his competitors. Let's see here. I'm working on getting the leaderboard up in front of me so I can figure out who needs to beat him in order to make a difference. All right, McWilliams still on the bar. Into the bar muscle-ups already. Can we go wide? Because I think he's going to go right down the chute. To the left of him is lane number 7, Dustin Olson. That's not going to be confusing for me at all. And here comes McWilliams right down the lane 110 as he's across the finish. Fastest split we've had yet. We've got one judge with their hand up in lane 11. Paul Dick from Start CrossFit. Oh, last of the 15 chest to bars. Not of the muscle ups. Lane 7 is on 4 reps left of muscle ups. That's the other Dustin Olson. And then there in the blue shirt is lane number 9, Todd Weigel. He's across the line. We've got lane number 6 working on bar muscle ups. He is Brian O'Neill from CrossFit Claude. And lane 10, he's got his last bar muscle up completed. That's Luick Joseph from Big Muddy in Bismarck. Lane number 7, plucking away at those. Dustin Olson is done, and it's a sprint to the finish, but lane number 5 is going to get him, and that is Josh Wilson from Sturgis CrossFit. Lane 12 is into the bar muscle ups. Lane 11, very tall competitor's got a nice wide grip on the bar, you'll notice. He's working through his bar muscle ups. His judge has her hand up, so I think that's 3 reps left. And then over there in lane 4, he's got 5 reps left. Lane 4 is Bill White from Lincoln Park CrossFit. So they have 4 minutes to complete the work. That is lane 11. Paul Dick is across. And I believe 4 reps left in lane 4. Oh, 2 reps left here. 4 reps left in lane 12. So we've got Philippe Lapointe in lane 12. And then in lane 4 is Bill White from Lincoln Park with 1 rep left. So if he can get this done in 30 seconds, he will be able to finish in under the 4-minute time cap. And here he comes. He's shaking his head like it shouldn't have taken him that long. Bill White. So now we've got 1 rep left over here in lane 12, and he's got it. Chloe sends him to the finish. And Lapointe is across the line, and that is the first heat where we've had every competitor finish the first section in under the 4 minutes. So nice work, everyone. In 3 seconds, they will move to a 1-minute transition where they're going to prep their bars. Can we go there for 1 second? Chase Cormier, where are you watching from? You said Salt Lake. Do you have family back home in North Dakota? Megan Wentz, there is a schedule of the heats that was posted, I believe, to our Facebook page. But I will check on that for you. I'm going to send a message to someone because I think maybe they were posted yesterday, but I don't know if they've been posted today yet. So good question. All right. Thank you, Jordan. All right, now the boys have loaded up their bars. I've got my leaderboard up. So currently, Dustin McWilliams in lane 8 is at 200 points. And right behind him is Dustin Olson. So Dustin Olson is in lane 7, and he's currently listed at 180. But Todd Weigel of Compelled Fitness, opposite on the right-hand side of McWilliams in lane 9, is dead even, straight up tie with Dustin Olson. And then right behind them is Brian O'Neill. So Brian O'Neill is just to the left of Dustin Olson in lane 6. So those are the splits between these individuals and the men to watch. So lots of them coming out. This looks like Luick in lane 10 with a 225 attempt. He's going to squat it. And then there in lane 9, another squat clean. 265 on the bar in lane 7. That is Dustin Olson, currently in second place, and he's got 205 on, I think. Lane number 4's got 225. Lane number 6 had a missed lift, and he had a big 245 on the bar there in lane 12. That is Philippe Lapointe, who had a good lift, and he's got 245 on the bar. Lane number 11 taking an attempt now. That's Paul Dick from Start CrossFit with 225 on. That's a good lift. And here comes lane number 5 to his bar, Josh Wilson from Sturgis CrossFit. And that's a good lift. I think that's 205. I can't tell if those are 210s or 25s. Here comes McWilliams down the center lane. Yep, there he is. He's already got a ton of plates on his bar. He's going to load up his belt. He's a great weightlifter. McWilliams has actually been to the CrossFit Games and competed as a master's athlete there, I believe. It's either 265 or those are 25. So that's a massive lift for McWilliams. 295? No, those are 25, 15s, and 10s. So, good Lord. That might be 320. Check in with my YouTubers. See, do they know the math on that? Choco. Oh my God, I'm gonna come back and check on that. Utah. you. Okay, thanks for checking in. You can go back, Jordan, thank you. I believe McWilliams clean was 325 unofficially. Lane number 4 just had a big 235 lift. And here comes lane number 5. That is Josh Wilson from Sturgis CrossFit. He's going to add some change plates. He's got 215 on the bar there in lane 5. Looks like lane number 11. Paul Dick is loading up. He's got 235 on. McWilliams is back. And I think maybe this is 325 that he's attempting now. This is 325, unless he's got change plates on the end of that thing. Oh, couldn't quite get out of the bottom. The crowd was going crazy for him too. Now he's got to go back to those darn wall balls before he can try again, which I don't know if he's gonna. There's only 20 seconds left, so it sounds like he's just going to call it. There's Lewick with an attempt and a no lift, but lane number 9's lift is good, and he is stoked about that one. 265, I believe. And that is going to be it for this event. Looks like no one else is going to try any more weight. This is, I need a walkie. So that last attempt was 345. So 325 will go into the scoreboard for McWilliams. Here it is. And it's good. So much weight. So much weight. All right, we are about ready to start the pro individuals. I think I said 9:45, so we're running just a little bit behind, but they have the same workout. In the first part, they have 21 pull-ups, 15 chest bars, 9 bar muscle-ups, which I believe that a lot of these pro individuals, I mean, we might see some of them go unbroken, which would be really impressive. They'll have 4 minutes to complete that. And then they'll have a 1-minute transition where they'll move into 3 rounds per time of 5 cleans at 245 for the males, 165 for the females. Again, any style, squat or power. And then 35 wall ball shots, 30 pounds for the men, 20 pounds for the women. And that 10-9 means to the 10-foot line for men, to the 9-foot line for women. 8-minute time cap for this. So Reason for the change here is honestly because we wouldn't have enough plates for the pro individuals because they would be putting up such massive numbers. We don't have the inventory of plates in order to accommodate the attempts and the lifts that they would take. So we are switching theirs to 3 rounds for time, and they're heavy cleans. 165 for a female, that's a heavy clean. Not impossible, but not something that they can move super fast. So going to be a really fun, really exciting, fast-paced event for them to watch. Here, let me check in with my YouTube people. I think that girl's name was Megan. RX women, they're coming up, Megan. Okay, let me see here. Like I said, I think we're running just a tish behind. So pro males, we have 2 heats of pro males and then 1 heat of pro females. So, actually, we might be right on time. Yeah, I think we're actually running just a tish early, but it's the 2 men's heats that are first, and then it's females at 10:45. So, Megan, you are in the right place. I don't think we have RX women is after that. We have 2 heats of pro males, and then we have pro females. What does it say? I have like 15 people talking to me. The pros are doing. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, you can do that, Jordan. Okay. All right. So, Chase, and then Chase, yes, McWilliams missed 345, but he made 325. So that's where we're at. And this is the portion. So we got two pro male heats, 1 pro female heat after that. And then we'll have an event change. We're going to go to the big chip for the pro teams of 4, which is going to be really fun. We're going to bring out the worm for them again. We've got the judges having their team meeting on the floor right now to discuss the new standards. And let's check the leaderboard. We posted a video this morning showing who your leaders are coming into today for the pro individuals. And we've got Brian Harris with a lead of 16 points. So Brian Harris of the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness Team is at 260. Robert Johnson, Ruthless in Pursuit, is 246, and 1 slice of gum width behind him is Ryan Jevning at 245, and Spencer is just behind Ryan at 232. So those are your top 4, and that is who you're going to want to watch in these heats. I mean, you can watch whoever you want to watch, but those are the people that are in the lead. And then what you'll look for is on the floor, your leaders are going to be in lane 8. So Brian Harris will be in late, and then the people closest to him will be right outside of him on either side. So Brian Jevning will be on the right, and Robert Johnson will be on the left. So that is the spread for your pro individual males. And we are going to just take a quick break. I'll come right back with you guys. We, like I said, I think we're a little bit early, so the athletes are not quite lined up, ready to come out yet. I'm going to caffeinate and come right back. All right, here they are. Our first heat of pro individual males. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. So let me find our. So your leader for this heat is Ben Francouz in lane 8. Nine points behind him in lane number 9 is Ryan Tangway. And 1 point behind Ryan is Braden. So if Braden places ahead of Ryan in this event, he will hop ahead of Ryan on the leaderboard. So these athletes have 21, 15, 9. Pull-ups. It'll be interesting to see if anyone goes unbroken. We got lane 7 hopping off the bar, giving the grip a break. Lots of people up there. We got some onto the bar muscle-ups already. Lots of people onto the bar muscle-ups already. This is going to be quick. We are just approaching the 1 minute mark, and they have. Can we go wide? There's lots of boys on their bar muscle-ups right now, so I want to be able to see them sprint to the finish and see who comes in. So let's go wide on that view if we can. There's our first finisher, lane number 5. Travis Ewald is across, and here comes Braden Courts screaming across, almost fell over. He was running so fast. And lane number 2, Jeff Hambrick is in. Couple more still working on their bar muscle ups. Here's Francouz, Tim in the black shirt. Here comes lane number 6 in the camo shorts. I'm in the wrong thing here. 6 is Jared Zeismer. Here comes Raposo and Tangaway in the red shorts. We've got 2 athletes out there. Blue shirt on the left, lane number 4 has got Tyler Bentz. He's had 1 rep left. And here comes lane 13, which is Joe Latier, shirtless on the right. All right, so that was 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Everyone was across the finish line, and they had the full 4 minutes to do that. So now the clock will run to 4 minutes, and then they will have a 1 minute transition where they are going to get set up for the next portion of their workout, which is 3 rounds per time of 5 cleans. And then wall balls. So they will have an 8 minute cap for this portion, and it's going to be 3 rounds per time of 5 cleans, 245 pounds for the men, any style, squat or power, and 35 wall ball shots for them as well. 35 wall ball shots at a 30-pound ball, that's a lot. That is a lot. There on your screen is Braden Courts with his crop top on. And then right to the left of him is Ben Francouz. I believe Braden Courts came in ahead of Ryan Tangaway in the first portion of this workout, which was going to bump him up on the leaderboard. He's only 1 point behind Ryan Tangaway. So we'll have to see who comes in So they are going to make a race for that bar, and they've got 5 cleans. And they're off. 5 cleans at 245 pounds. You can see they're scooting a little bit forward. Missed lift in lane 4 and lane 6. And then can we go wide for this? There we go. Thank you. This is going to be kind of a race, and I want the people to be able to see the competitors that they're watching and then also see when they advance. This will be one where you can kind of keep track of the linear progression and see who is in the lead. So this is a heavy barbell for a lot of people in this heat. Jeff Hambrick on the end just had a no rep in the orange, and then there in lane 9, we've got Braden Courts back to the wall balls already. So he made quick work of those 5 cleans. Here goes Ben Francouz in the black shirt, red lettering, onto his wall balls. In lane number 5 is also headed back there. That's Travis Ewalt in the black and red shirt with camo shorts. And on your screen now, that is a blue shirt. That is lane 4, Ty Bentz. So these guys have done a lot of work already. They've had 2 days of competition, and if this is heavy for them, if it's at the higher end of their clean, there's Ty Bentz, got a good lift. He's got 4 left, so that was his first lift that he got. Important thing is he's not giving up. He's going to sit there and try and take his time and recover and get the rest of them in. But yeah, if this is a heavy weight, and some of the guys are going to have to use a little bit more energy. There, Ty's got another one. He stood up. So if you can't move a lot of weight, this is going to be a harder event for you. But if you have a lot of capacity on the wall balls, you can maybe make up for that. So it's a great test for CrossFitters because they are supposed to be masters of everything, or masters at nothing, but good at everything. There is lane 10 in the black and red knee sleeves. That's Miles Raposo from CrossFit Rocked. I better check in with YouTube. CrossFit Rocked has a lot of viewers out there. Bryce Warner from Congruent Strength is in lane 3, so on your left. I see Carolyn is cheering for him, but I don't see him on the floor. Okay, Braden Courts is back to his barbell in lane number 9. And here comes Francouz in lane number 8, who's going to come back too. And then there in lane number 10, that's Raposo finishing up his first set of cleans, heading out to do the wall balls. There's Francouz with a good lift. Then down there on 13 in the gray shorts on the far right-hand side of this screen, that's Joseph Letelier from CrossFit Fosweth in South Dakota. Ty Bentz in lane 4 is still working on those cleans. And then on your screen now, that's Jeff Hambrick, who's working through those wall balls as quickly as he can. Like I said, that's a 30-pound wall ball. That's heavy. Wall balls standards, the hips have to drop below the knee, and the wall ball has to hit the 10-foot target. Francouz and Courts. So The orange lettering there in lane 9 is Braden. Right to the left of him is Francois. They're on to their wall balls. Francois just missed a lift on the cleans. He's not quite to the wall balls yet. So Braden Quartz is, I believe, the heat leader at this point. Ryan Tangaway is in lane 7. And he may have stepped away. He's maybe taken a did not finish on this one. I don't see him on the floor either. There on your screen is green shorts, lane number 3, Bryce Warner. There he is. Not sure where he snuck off to earlier that I couldn't see him. He's got his cleans done. He's headed to work on some wall balls. Francois is done with the second set of cleans, and he's on to his second set of wall balls now. Jeff Hambrick working on his second set of cleans. On your screen now is Raposo, and right behind him in the shirtless, who is shirtless, is Joseph Letillier from Foes West in South Dakota. And then there in lane 12 is David Tim, who just moved on to his wall balls. There in lane 10 is Miles Raposo. Sorry, I think I referenced lane 12 as Raposo, and that's David Tim. Lane 10 is Raposo. Here in lane 6, or on your screen right now, that's Braden Quartz on the right and Ben Francois on the left. Braden is headed back to his third and final set of cleans. He is the heat leader at this point, and he is 1 point behind Ryan Tangaway, who is supposed to be in lane 7, but I do not see him. So Braden will take the lead above Ryan for sure, and possibly Ben Francois. Lane number 6 is Jared Zeismer from CrossFit Electus in the camouflage shorts. Top of the middle of the screen there, he's about to get on his second set of cleans. There's Ben Francois in the coveted lane number 8, headed back for his third set of cleans, with Braden on the right just finished, and he's on to his last set of wall balls. He's got 30 wall balls, and then he is done. Francois missed a lift, which is so unfortunate. They just hit the time cap, and these guys are cooked. So we didn't have anyone finish in this heat. Braden got the furthest. He was on his last set of wall balls. Ben Francois was right behind him, about to start his first set of cleans, but couldn't quite get the first rep. So while we're waiting for our next heat of pro male individuals to join us on the floor, can we hear from one of our sponsors, please? Unreal Tats is a temporary tattoo that is pool-proof and sweat-proof. They are here in Vendor Village with us. They do a lot of tattoos for athletes for competitions, but they also help the competitions themselves by providing athlete numbers. If you remember from the games one year, they had tattooed athlete numbers. I don't know if it was Unreal Tats that provided them or not, but I know that they do the similar service. So joining us on the floor right now, can we get lane assignments up, please? Is our next heat of individual pro males. Okay, there you go. You'll see lane number 8, Brian Harris, is your pro male individual leader. He is in lane 8. Right outside of him is Robert Johnson in second. To the right of Bryce in the red is Ryan Jevning, who is in third. And they are off. These boys are going to have some weight to move. The first portion, 21 pull-ups, 15 chest to bars, and 9 muscle-ups. And these guys are going to cruise on your screen there. That's Ryan Jevning. He is no stranger to the bar. All these guys appear to be doing butterfly pull-ups, which are just very quick moving pull-ups. Robert Johnson hops down off the bar to take a break. Spencer, Brian Harris, and Ryan are all hanging up on there. On your screen there, that's lane number 11. Pribula hops down in lane 10 to take a break. And then let's go wide. Let's go wide shot, please. These guys are already onto their muscle-ups. Jevning has not hopped down off the bar. Brian Harris has not hopped down off the bar, but he's starring his legs a little bit on that kip. Spencer's going to hop up, shake out his arms a little bit before he gets back up there. And Ryan Jevning just got a no rep. Brian Harris is up over the bar. And we're at 1 minute, 10 seconds. Oh, and he struggles to get up at the top of that. And then Brian Harris is putting on a show. And then it's a race to the finish for Robert Johnson and Ryan Jevning. Less than 1 minute and 30 seconds. Here comes Shane McKay down in lane 14. Spencer's got 4 reps left, and here comes DeChamp and lane number 10. Travis Ely is in. That was, Travis Pribula in the blue shirt that made it down. Andres Escobar, lane 3 is in. Tyler Lordick in black in lane 4 is in. Spencer Nelson still working through these bar muscle-ups. 2 reps left. And he's up. Lane 5, O'Brien is in, and then Nelson comes in to close it out. All athletes done in less than 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Spencer has given us an emotional roller coaster. Struggled with the snatch ladder. Took first in the handstand walking event. Struggled in the pull-up one of this one. And then the 245-pound cleans are going to be heavy for him. Not impossible. But I think he'll do really well with the wall ball. So it'll be interesting to see how he does on this. He's right behind Pribula and as far as ranking goes. While we're waiting, fun fact, Brian Harris has not finished outside of the top 3. Switch that. Yeah, top 3. Oh, wait, sorry, top 5. Brian Harris has not finished outside the top 5 in the 3 workouts that he has completed. His best finish was in Handle It. He took first. Ryan Jevning has a first place finish in the snatch ladder battle, but then took 21st in Handle It. And Robert Johnson took 3rd in battle, 4th in the snatch ladder, and then 8th in Handle It. And we are getting ready. We have 10 seconds to start the second portion, which is 5 cleans at 245. And then 30 wall balls at 30 pounds, which is considered a heavy. Oh, sorry, we have a 1 minute transition now. We're counting down to the 1 minute transition. So now they can go out if they want to put their weight belt by their bar or something like that. They have a 1 minute transition to do that. But then they will, I think they're going to, looks like Andres Escobar is grabbing some chalk. He's going to pre-chalk, try to save every moment he can. Similar to when Sarah Sigmundsdottir at the CrossFit Games put a piece of chalk in her sports bra so she didn't have to bend down to pick it up. All right, these guys are going to move quick. For most of the competitors on the floor here, 245 should not be a problem. I don't imagine Brian Harris is going to have any trouble with this. Ryan Jevning should not have any trouble with this. And they're off. They have 5 cleans. And for the ones, you'll notice the athletes that power clean this. For those of you watching from home, power clean means that it's going to be a little bit lighter for them. They can power it. They don't have to move through the full squat. And like I mentioned, 245 would be heavy for Spencer, and he'll be squat cleaning these. So you'll watch him drop down, and he's got to move through the squat, which is just extra work because he's going to have to squat for those wall balls. Lane 5, so Jevning and lane 5, who is Stephen O'Brien from Detour, already through. Robert Johnson is through. Brian Harris in lane 8 is through the cleans. Pribula is through the cleans. Rich DeChamp, Drew Weber, Shane McKay down on the end, on the right there in the green shirt, still plugging away at those. And then in lane number 2 here, Zach McMillan from CrossFit Rock, still working on cleans, but he just finishes them up. Chloe gives the signal. We got 1 rep left here for Shane McKay, and then he can go ahead and work on his wall balls. So Spencer in lane 6, Spencer Nelson of CrossFit Fargo, he took a little bit more time on the cleans, but he is making quick work of those wall balls. I have not seen him break once, and there is Ryan Jevning in lane 9 taking a break. Brian Harris is taking a break. Robert Johnson is taking a break. Spencer popped off real quick, but he knows he needs to make up time for here because he can't move as quickly as the others on the cleans. On your screen on the left is Brian Harris. On the right was Ryan Jevning. Brian Harris taking they're doing the swing down with the arms, a very big windmill motion, whereas you'll see Spencer Nelson's not doing that. And it's just a technique that some people do to try and like break up the lactic acid, release the tension in their arms to try and keep them to not use as much energy. And Robert Johnson is done with wall balls and headed back to the clean bar. He's got the purple shorts on. Can we go wide and show Robert? There he is, lane number 7. He is in second place. I think he is 15 points behind Brian Harris. Jevning is back to the bar. Brian Harris is still working. And Spencer's going to finish up his 30 wall balls. Lane 5 there is Stephen O'Brien from Detour. He's working on his cleans. Lane 11 in the gray shirt with pink lettering is Rich DeChamp, back to the cleans. And right behind him is Drew Weber, also back to the cleans. Escobar in lane 3, black shirt. Oh, and Spencer with a deep squat. Good Lord. Kid's going to give me a heart attack. Robert Johnson's done with his 5 cleans and headed back to the bar. So Brian Harris still working through his second set of cleans, and Spencer having to work real hard to get out of the bottom, but he beats Brian off the bar. Oh, just kidding. He's chalking up. Again, I'm on an emotional roller coaster with this one. So Brian Harris is headed back to the wall ball shots. Brian Harris is the leader. Robert Johnson is in second. Ryan Jevning is in third. That's Pribula on your screen right there, taking a minute to collect himself before he moves through these. He's got 2 reps left. So does Spencer Nelson on your screen there in the red. is lane number 2, which is Zach McMillan. Right in front of him is Shane Kavanagh. And Escobar with a sketchy clean, but they're going to count it. All you have to do is come back together. When your legs get tired like that, it's a lot of taller athletes will default to a starfish position. Kavanagh stands up another clean. In all black on your screen there with a big pull is Tyler Lordick. And lane 2, McMillan is headed back in the red shorts. So we are waiting to see who pops off of the wall balls to get back to their third set of cleans. We are at the 10-minute mark. I believe we're going to 12 minutes. Who is going to come off those wall balls first? Let's stay wide if we can, guys, and then we'll be able to see who comes off the wall balls first. And they are getting tired. You can see the arms swinging. And it is Robert Johnson. Done with the 30 wall balls. One more set of cleans. One more set of wall balls, and then he's done. And he's got 2 minutes to do it. 90 seconds to do it. Here comes Jevning right behind him. Jevning is in third. Robert Johnson is in second. And Ryan is 1 point behind Robert Johnson there. So if Ryan Jevning can beat Robert Johnson in this event, he will advance to second place and kick Robert Johnson out of there. First place right now belongs to Brian Harris, who is just coming off his wall balls, getting ready to start his third set of cleans. And then there in lane 11 is Rich DeChamp, gray shirt, pink lettering, working through those cleans. And there's Jevning, shirtless. In front of him is Brian Harris, the leader. And then Robert Johnson's finished his cleans, is now headed back to his last set of wall balls. Jevning is right behind him. Robert's going for Brian, Jevning's going for Robert. And Jevning is the first to start. Spencer Nelson on wall balls. There in the gray. Left-hand side of your screen is your event leader, or your competition leader, Brian Harris, in lane 8. And I believe we are approaching the time cap. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Brian Harris has got to get through these cleans. Spencer Nelson's on to his third set of cleans. And his legs are cooked, but he still manages to stand up out of the bottom. He's got 4 left. Let's go wide and see. Can we go semi-wide on the middle 3 and see if we can see any judges' hands go up? They have 20 seconds. And Jevning gets a tough no rep there. They got to meet depth. Robert Johnson is cooking with gas on these. I'm waiting to see if anyone's hands go up so we can see who is in the lead. I imagine it's between Robert Johnson's got 5 up and Jevning is right behind him. I think Robert's going to take this one. This is stressful. While we are letting the floor change out and my heart rate is coming back to normal, can we hear from our sponsors, please?
Here we are, but this is not quite like the movies. Everything plays out in real time. No pretty boys or pretty girls and orchestral moments. No arc of a good storyline. Just news events and precedents. Walls of graffiti. Rain that won't fall down from the sky. Designer bags that make me mad. Expensive new sneakers. Shouting for space in my
All right, we are getting ready for pro females 4-star. There's your lane assignments up there. Keeping in mind that lane 8 is your leader lane. So looking at the leaderboard, let me just check in with you guys on YouTube here and see if there's any questions. Chase, I will try and respond to you in just a second about the Dakota Games. But let's look at the leaderboard. And Carla Wolford is in first, lane number 8. She'll be wearing pink shorts and a blue sports bra in this event. Brianna Siegert is 20 points behind her, 265. And then Rhoda Christensen is in third. So Carla's going to be in lane 8. Brianna will be in lane 7, and Rhoda is in lane 9. And I believe all of these women are powerful lifters and probably pretty decent at gymnastics on the pull-up bar, so it'll be really interesting to see how things go. Carla has not finished outside the top 3 in her 3 events here, so she's got a first, second, and third under her belt. The pro males put on a really good show for us, so it'll be really interesting to see what the women do here. The first portion of this workout is 21-15-9 pull-ups, chest to bars, and bar muscle ups. And they're off. We've just got the 1 heat of pro females, so this is it for pro female competitors. Everyone rocking with those butterfly pull-ups pretty much. There's Carla in the middle, Rhoda on the right, Brianna Siegert on the left in all black. Making quick work of those. After pull-ups, it goes to 15 chest to bars, and then the last 9 reps of this will be bar muscle ups. Both Brianna and Carla hopping down, taking a break before they pick up with bar muscle ups. Here is the left side of the floor. Lane number 2 is Anna Rebizant from CrossFit Steinbeck in Canada. And lane number 4 is onto her muscle ups. That's Samantha Naley from CrossFit 952 in Minnesota. And then can we, once we finish this pan across, go wide? And Samantha Naley is across in 128. Crushing both Carla Wolford and Brianna Siegert. Here comes Carla down the chute. Some of these girls are having trouble with their mats. The bar is a little higher, and some of them require 2 mats in order to jump up onto the bar. And that can be frustrating. Rhoda, and Brianna gets a tough no rep. In all black. On your screen now is in the yellow shirt. That is Catherine Mork. Right next to her in the black is lane 12, Molly Rutherford. And on the left is Autumn Spence. And Brianna Siegert makes her way down the chute to get a finish in 2:17 unofficially. Rhoda is still plugging away. On your screen there in the green tank top, that's lane 6. Here comes Rhoda, checking right and left to make sure that she doesn't have to race with anybody. Catherine Saunders there in lane 6 working on her. Sorry, Caitlin Saunders working on hers. Catherine Mork is going to finish. And Allison Brager makes her way in of the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness Team. And then there's Caitlin coming down in the gray tank. Jen Geske makes it in, blue shirt from lane 13. Roxanne, I learned how to say her name yesterday. Gautier in lane 15 is still working through those muscle ups. She was having a heck of a time with the with the mats, and now she's moved them out of the way. Here comes Autumn Spence across the finish line. And then in lane 12, we've got Molly Rutherford working on bar muscle-ups. Lane 2 is going to finish up. Anna Rezabont from CrossFit Steinbeck is across the finish line. And these athletes will have 25 more seconds to finish up. We've got Cody Holbein in lane 1. Lane 5 is Stacy Lucian from CrossFit Progression. Lane 12, 1 rep left, and she squiggles over the bar. She's going to be able to take off. Molly Rutherford is in, and then Roxanne doesn't quite have her muscle up, but Cody Holbein is going to get in for the finish. So now we have a 1-minute transition until the second portion of the workout. All right, these athletes have 20 seconds before they're starting. So as of that first portion of the event, Carla still has her lead. Brianna's got her lead over Rhoda. We've got a dead tie for 11th. Anna Rezabont from CrossFit Steinbeck and Jen Geske are tied at 197. They are moving on to the second portion of this workout, which is 5 cleans at 165 for the girls. That's the girls' weight. And Carla and Brianna are on to the wall balls, which are heavy wall balls. That is Molly Rutherford in the black. Right in front of her is Catherine Mork, and right behind her in the blue in lane 13 is Jen Geske. There's Catherine Mork finishing up her cleans in the green, and then Geske moves on to wall balls. Up here in lane 5, still working on cleans is Stacy Lucian, and Cody Holbein is still on her first set of cleans as well. Catherine finishes up and moves on to wall balls. 1 rep left in both lanes 1 and 5. And Cody Holbein is going to get it, and she's going to head over. Oh, sorry, she's got 1 left. She had 2 left. Lane 5 is Stacy Lucian, and she's going to finish that up. James gives her the go-ahead to move on to wall balls. There's Cody Holbein with her last rep. And Rhoda crushes 30 wall balls and is back to the cleans. 165 is probably not heavy for Rhoda. She's cycling through those pretty quickly. She's able to do a power. And down here in lane 14 is Allison Brager of CrossFit Noble Defender. She's also on the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team, not the pro team of 4, but the actual Warrior Fitness team. She's finished her cleans, I believe, and is now headed to wall balls. Carla is back to her cleans. Rhoda makes quick work of those and advances to first. You can tell Carla's getting tired. She's dumping real far forward into those knees. Her posterior chain is smoked. Lane 6, back to her cleans. Caitlin Sanders trying to hang with the big dogs. She is ranked in, let's see here. Caitlin is in 4th right now. So she is about 15 points behind Rhoda. Rhoda's back to the wall balls. Carla's back to the wall balls. Brianna Siegert's collecting herself before she takes another attempt. There, she's got it, and she's back to the wall balls. There on your screen in the blue sports bra, that's lane number 3, Tara Gacki, CrossFit Sioux Falls. Right behind her with the good lift in the blue shorts is Samantha Naley. And right in front of her, about to take her lift in the green sports bra and gray leggings, is lane 2, and that's Anna Rezabont. Represent. There, that's Catherine Mork in the green. Right behind her is Molly Rutherford, and right in front of her in the black tank top in lane 10 is Autumn Spence. And Autumn's done with her second set of cleans and is headed back to wall balls. Catherine, Molly, and lane 13, who is Jen Geske, still working on cleans. That is Roxanne Gauthier, working through those cleans. And Roxanne is of CrossFit Steinbeck in Canada. Rhoda Christensen working her way back to her third set of cleans. She's got a couple reps left, and then she'll have one more set of wall balls. And if she completes that, she will be the first individual pro competitor to complete the workout. I think if anybody has the capacity to do this workout under the time cap, it's Rhoda. Carla Wolford almost done with her wall balls. Her judge's hand is up, and she's off the wall. There's Rhoda, done with cleans. She's got 30 wall balls, and then she is done. And if she can get this done in under the time cap, she'll be the only competitor to finish so far. She's breathing heavy, you can tell. There in the center of your screen, that is your competition leader right now, Carla Wolford, finishing up her last set of cleans. 2 bars in front of her is Caitlin Sanders, currently ranked in 4th. And then back on the wall balls, Rhoda Christensen in 3rd, lane 9. Brianna Siegert, 2nd place in 7. Brianna Siegert is back to the bar for her 3rd set of cleans. The weight is 165. Caitlin Sanders trying to hang tight. Down there on the end, that's Allison Brager walking out. She's having, I believe she's on her 2nd set of cleans. I don't think that she has made it back to the bar for the 3rd set. Most the other girls that are cleaning are on their 3rd set. Right there in the middle, that is Brianna. There's Carla and Rhoda working on theirs. Right next to her is, in the black tank top, is Autumn Spence, working through her 2nd set of 30 wall balls. Rhoda and Carla neck and neck. Carla is in 1st place. Rhoda is in 3rd, but in terms of the event, Rhoda Christensen is in the lead, who is on your right. Autumn Spence back to the barbell for her 3rd set of cleans. Molly Rutherford back to the bar for her 3rd set of cleans, and Brianna finishes her 3rd set and is back to wall balls. And there's Rhoda. Unbelievable. She is the first person to finish. Incredible. Rhoda Christensen is going to be the event winner for the female pros, which is going to bump her up. We'll have to see what happens. And Caitlin Sanders, who is currently ranked in 4th and is 15 points behind Rhoda, pulls in for 2nd. That's a big win for her. Brianna and Carla. Brianna's in 2nd place in all black. Carla in pink shorts, blue top. Lanes 7 and 8 respectively, working through their wall balls. Carla's got 5 left. They've got 30 seconds left. Brianna is gassed. There's Catherine Mork working through her cleans in the bright green top, and Carla's going to bring it in. Brianna slowed down on her cleans a little bit. There is, I believe, Stacey Lucian in lane 5 from CrossFit Progression, who's got 5 cleans to work through. And we are approaching the time cap. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Amazing. This is going to switch things up on the leaderboard. Rhoda Christensen with a big play. Caitlin Sanders with a big play, but Carla's holding on tight. So we'll see what happens when scores are entered. We are now going to do a floor change and get ready for Pro Teams of 4 event, the Big Chip. We're going to bring out some worms. So it's going to take us a minute to get set up. So while we do that, let's hear from one of our sponsors.
Jolyn is the most fun activewear brand from swimming to dryland.
Jolyn suits are the only suit that stay on when you're active.
CrossFit, triathlons, running, rock climbing, swimming, synchro. It pretty much fits any activity.
Jolyn stays on and looks great. I go in the surf, I don't have to worry about it moving, and I can also wear it to the gym.
The drawstring is amazing. I know that I can rely on these bottoms being nice and secure.
In the past, being a swimmer, you'd buy a suit and it lasts 2 or 3 months.
Where Jolyn will last literally years.
And I can do really anything in it.
Anytime I do anything active, I'm definitely wearing my Jolyns.
Best suit I've ever worn in my life. They stay put, they hold up really well, the colors are awesome, the prints are awesome.
It's all customizable and adjustable to fit you.
There's like not a single suit that compares to it. It's like up here and all the other suits are down here.
For people who don't know about Jolyn, you're missing out.
All right. I had a couple people asking about heat times posted. Christine, I just posted a link in the comments to the heats. You might have to copy and paste that to follow the link. Otherwise, we just posted that on our Facebook page. So you can find the heats, the heat times and the divisions at Dakota Games on Facebook. And you can see the schedule graphics are going up. I think they're changing out. I think we have different graphics for each like division group. So right now on the screen, I see individual age groups Sundays. So they're going to have 4-star this morning. Then they have the pool, and then they have the rope climb and thruster. Thank you. The rope climb and thruster event this evening, later this afternoon. So busy day for individual age groups, but you can see the heat times there. There's pro teams of 4 on the schedule now, so they have got busy weekend this morning. They're at the pool, and then they're going to come back. They're actually coming onto the floor to do the big chip, and then we're going to go through individuals and teams for all the way up, which is rope climb and thrusters, and then they're going to be at the end of that event. Hey, Jeff, you just asked if the pool events will be live streamed. Unfortunately, no. The pool is at a different location north of town, and we do not have cameras there. I know that some affiliates are, if they have coaches and athletes on staff, they're streaming it on Facebook through their own feed that way. But I do have a couple of social media MCs who are doing a lot of stories, doing some posts and video that way. So the best way to check out the pool event is going to be by checking Facebook or Instagram stories. And then we do have a team of 3 videographers who are capturing footage that we will edit and put videos out just as soon as we can get that video together and edited. So we'll put that out as quickly as we can. All right, you can see the workout up there on your screen. These are pro teams of 4. They've got a male team, a male pair, and then a female pair. They've got 60 wall ball shots, heavy, 30 pounds, 40 synchro chest to bar pull-ups, and then the other set is 40 single arm dumbbell overhead squats, 20 worm push presses, and 20 worm squats. This is going to be, you can see the black bar at the bottom of your screen. Let's go lane assignments here and we can talk about who your leaders are. They're off. Or did we do lane assignments already? Maybe I missed it. It's okay. So right now they're working on wall balls. They have one athlete working at a time, but each group has 2 lanes. So for example, the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team is in lanes 8 and 9, right there, dead center. They are working through their wall balls. That's Casey Clark in lane 9. And then I think that is Jacob Pfaff right next to her. And then the two teams can cycle through these as however they want. If they want, one person wants to do 10, the other person can do 2. Right next to them on the left, that is Ellen Rink, who just picked up the ball. And then on the screen right there in lanes 12 and 13, that is couples or part-time fitness, I think. Let's see here. 12 and 13. I'm trying to get my bearings, switching from pro to pro teams of 4. So going into this event, the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team is in the lead. They have 10 points on Ruthless in Pursuit. To the left, you can see Rachel's tattoos on her legs. She just switched out with Ellen. And then closest on the screen there in the black with the orange on their shoes, 12 and 13, that's Part-Time Fitness, and they are from CrossFit Soulfire and CrossFit Tundra and Grand Forks. Then you can see them there in those 2 lanes working through those. So it looks like athletes are advancing. Can we pan wide and show the full field or the full floor? So each team has 2 judges working right now. So right there in the center in lanes 8 and 9, you can see in the gray and top, you've got Casey Clark and her partner working on chest to bars, and they're just absolutely crushing it. And then just hopping up onto the bar is Carlos Zayas and Jacob Pfaff from U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team, also working through their chest to bars. Just to the left of them is Ellen and Rachel Kinney working through their synchro stuff, having a little trouble getting the synchro part started. And then to the left of them are their male partners, Blair Chapman and Brian Burr. Continuing down the line, lanes 4 and 5, CrossFit 701. But on your screen now is couples retreat and part-time fitness. So on the left are the boys. In the middle, in the green sports bra on the red, that is Britt Cooper and Megan Streese. They're working through their chest to bars, and then to the right of them is part-time fitness from CrossFit Soulfire and CrossFit Tundra. On your screen now is CrossFit 701 in the Army tanks. That's Steph Meyer and Michaela Casey just hopping up onto the bar. Matt Bailey and Troy Henning working through their butterflies. Their butterfly chest to bars, I should say. And then let's pan left. We haven't seen Minot win, but we're pretty okay, which is in lanes 3 and 4. Minot is about 5 hours away from here, so these guys traveled quite a distance to be with us. We're really happy to have them here. If they can, let's look at the leaderboard. If they can finish, they're about 15 points behind Part-Time Fitness, which is the team on the other end. So if they can finish 2 places in front, so if they can beat Part-Time Fitness and CrossFit 701 in this event, they will boost up on the leaderboard. So it looks like athletes are still working through chest to bars. And like I said, they've got 40 synchro chest to bars. Each pair has 40. That's a tough number. And after that, they advance to 40 single arm dumbbell overhead squats. You can see the dumbbells out there on the floor. Dumbbell overhead squats, single dumbbell overhead squats. The weight is 50 pounds for the men, 35 pounds for the women. That's a difficult movement. It requires a lot of mobility, but I don't think that any of these athletes are going to have any problem with that. And it looks like the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team is out on the floor working through their overhead squats. That is Carlos Zayas and Casey Clark. Dumbbells in the air, up and down on the squats. They're trying to hang on to their lead. They're in first place right now. The hip grease has to pass below the knee. You can see her judge down there making sure Casey's hips are going below the knee. And then the elbow must stay locked out. You can tell that Jacob Fath kind of has to turn. He's got a little rotation in his body. He doesn't have quite the mobility that his female teammates do. There's Troy Haney on your screen with doing a great job, very mobile, very clearly hips dropping below the knee, and the arm is nice and locked out. Great positioning. Right next to him in the right side of your screen, that's Brian Burr. Just screaming through some squats. In the middle of your screen in the green tanks, there's the girls from 701 still working on their chest to bars. There's the girls from Ruthless in Pursuit, either taking a break or still working on their chest to bars. Couples retreat now advancing to the overhead squats, and then part-time fitness. Interesting hold on the dumbbell there for the male partner, but whatever works, not illegal. So after they do their 40 single arm dumbbell overhead squats, they will come together on the worm to do push presses. So on Friday night, we saw them do clean and jerks where they came from the floor. And here's the U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team already on the worm. They're going to do push presses, which is basically taking it from one side to the other. They do not have to reach full lockout. They just have to move the bag from shoulder to overhead, and they look a lot smoother doing push presses than they did doing clean and jerks the other night. So they've got Rachel Schreiber up front, Carlos Zayas second. It's going to be Casey Clark in the third position, and then Jacob Pfaff pulling up the rear. There's couples retreat with a big move to the worm out in front of Ruthless in Pursuit. Couples retreat is in third, Ruthless in Pursuit is in second. So if couples retreat, who is also looking really smooth on the worm. U.S. Army Warrior Fitness team has advanced to the 20 worm squats, and once they get through this, they race to the finish, and time is called when the last athlete crosses the red line. We're at 7:42. You can see the clock down there in the center of your screen. Couples retreat pulls ahead, and Ruthless is still on the dumbbell. This is a big move for couples retreat. Going through the squats. Whoop, little wobble there. Warrior Fitness team. Done, and across the finish line, 8:08 unofficially. Couples retreat. Part-time fitness making a move there onto the worm clean and jerks. Oh, and Ruthless just got a tough no rep. 701 is onto the worm clean and jerks. Let's go wide, guys, and show everybody. Okay, Ruthless drops the bag. Gonna try and regroup. They had a couple of tough no reps there. Couldn't get in sync. There's Minot giving a big thumbs up, communicating with their team. Couples retreat's got 5. Let's go wide. Couples retreat is in lane 10 right now. They've got 5 squats left, and if they finish this, it's a big move. They are right behind Ruthless, and Ruthless is struggling a little bit with the worm. Part-time fitness gets the worm up again, working through those push press. 701 working through the push press. Minot on the end taking a break. Now they got to clean it all the way back up. Much better if you can just hang on to it and keep it up in the air. See, they're struggling to get that back up. Part-Time Fitness making a move. Ruthless has got 2 reps left. 701's down to 2 reps left. 1 rep left for Ruthless, then they move on to the squats. And 701 and Ruthless are neck and neck. Oh, and then and 701 is having a tough time there. They had one person off. Little disagreement with the judge, while Minot Win advances right with Ruthless. Minot can't hang on to the worm. Part-Time Fitness cleaning the worm up again, and Ruthless is working so hard not to put that down. Part-Time Fitness on the right. Working through the squats. Ruthless, center of your screen's got 2 reps left. And they're going to go ahead and run across the finish line. They managed to hold on to that one, so that's not good for Couples Retreat, who is trying to bump up in front of them. I don't know if that's going to be enough to move them with the leaderboard. We'll have to wait and see. All right, Part-Time Fitness finishing up the squats. 701. Steph Meyer is not happy about the no reps they got. Minot Win is hanging on. They got it back up on their shoulder, working through some squats. Let's pan out, show all the teams here. Part-Time Fitness coach is on the sidelines instructing Part-Time Fitness team to, oh no, 701 got another no rep. The time cap on this workout is 14 minutes. We are just about at 12. So 701 is at the point where they still need to try to do what they can, but they probably feel like giving up. Part-Time Fitness hanging on. Girl in the front got 80 pounds in her hands right there. The men have a 100-pound section. 701's got the worm back up again. Working through those. Part-Time Fitness is across the line. So now it's between 701, who's got 5 reps left, and Minot Win, who's got 2 reps left. Can they do it? 701's down to 2. Minot Win's got 1. They're down, and they're going to make it in. And that is a close but tough finish for 701. And Steph Meyer is tired. That was an awesome event. Checking in with some of you guys on Facebook. I will... Kathy Rank, you must be Ellen's mom or a relative of Ellen rooting for Ruthless. They did pretty good. They did what they could to hang on. And Zayas, Eileen, watching from Fort Knox. Thanks for tuning in. Lots of people. Cheering for Army. That was a fun event to watch. So coming up next is All the Way Up. So we are going to take a break. We're just going to run video. Actually, let's, I think we're going to switch. I think we're maybe going to switch to our afternoon live stream. So if this feed terminates, check back to our Facebook page in the morning chalk up for the afternoon portion of the live stream. Otherwise, we might be switching 1 hour from now.